I'm on a mission to get my spark back this year. However, changing my whole life overnight is neither realistic or sustainable for me. Instead, I believe in making small changes every day that will make me feel better in the long run. So here I am, trying to build new healthy habits and show up for myself. I'm at the heaviest that I've been in 2 years. And honestly, that has to change. I think because of this, it's been difficult for me to feel happy. And also, I think it's one of the reasons why I haven't been feeling like myself. So a little bit of backstory. About 2 years ago, I lost about 23 pounds. I was told by my doctor that I may have high blood pressure and she wanted me to monitor my health and just try to pay a closer attention to what could be the cause of it. And one of the reasons she advocated was weight. So I put it upon myself to lose some of the weight just to see if it could improve my overall health and more specifically my blood pressure. And it did. Now we're 2 years later and I have gained almost all of it back. I have gained, I want to say about 15 pounds since. And honestly, it's very discouraging to see that all of the efforts that I put in amount to what? I want to say nothing. So this week, I want to get myself back on track. So here are the rules of this challenge. I want to move my body every day. So I will continue to be doing the Begin Again challenge on the Alive app, but I'm also adding a step count that I want to hit every day, and that's 8,000 steps a day. Right now, I'm averaging about 4, maybe 5,000 steps, depending on the day. So I think it's not too much of a stretch to add in maybe a walk throughout my day to just make sure I hit that threshold. Number 2, I want to drink 5 of these a day. So that's 24 ounces. I want to drink 5 of these for about a gallon of water a day. In terms of my diet, I don't want to be tracking calories, though I know a calorie deficit is what's going to be the most helpful. But right now, I feel like my mental health is too fragile for me to add in a rule when it comes to counting calories, because I'm a very all or nothing person, and I feel like that could be detrimental to my mental state right now. So instead, I'm going to be focusing on adding 1 portion of fruit or vegetables to every meal as much as possible. And then number 2, I'm going to be attempting to eat at least 100 grams of protein a day. I think that makes it a little bit more doable, and all of those things combined I think are going to help me propel myself forward and just get back on the bandwagon of being healthy and happy again. For breakfast, I'm having oatmeal with some chocolate chips as well as a Premier protein shake for a grand total of 40 grams of protein. First water bottle of the day is complete, so now I'm just filling this up before heading to the gym. I just got back from the gym, and honestly, it was kind of a nightmare because we have a bit of a snowstorm situation going on today. And because of that, traffic was insane. It took me 20 minutes to get from here to the gym. But in reality, I live not even 5 minutes away from it. So it was a little bit crazy. It took me a lot longer to just go from point A to B and just get my workout out of the way than I thought it would. But it was fine. When I got to the gym, it was pretty empty. So at least there's an upside to it. And I'm proud of myself for sticking it out and doing it anyway. But now I am starved. So I think today I'm actually gonna make a salad because I have a bunch of lettuce that I need to eat before it goes bad. So we're gonna do salad with this chicken that I got from Costco. The macros for this are pretty good. It's actually 24 grams of protein per couch and it's 150 calories. So I just feel like this with the lettuce and a bunch of veggies is going to be perfect. And that'll bring our total in terms of protein thus far for today to 64 grams, which I don't hate. Romaine lettuce, cucumbers, tomatoes, corn, edamame, some French crispy onions, and a tablespoon of mayo on top of the chicken that I showed you earlier. And I am so excited to eat this. Just finished water bottle number 2. We're making progress, but time for a quick book segment because I have been in an incredible reading mood recently and I just wanted to share the books that I've been reading with you guys. So I have fully re-entered my romantasy era recently. I think it's fair to say that I'm just obsessed with romantasy right now and that's all I want to read. So let me just share the books that I've completed first. I've read like 2 books in 2 days and I'm about to start a 3rd and I don't remember the last time that has happened when it wasn't for a video. Not sure what's going on, but I'm loving reading right now. So anyway, first book I completed was The Things Gods Break by Abigail Owen, which I believe I started in the last vlog, but on Tuesday night, I sat down and just binge read the last 200 pages of this book. I could not put this down. This series has been so great. I'm so glad that I picked it up like kind of on a whim. I've been really loving it. I think if you love Greek mythology, fantasy with trials, as well as a snarky heroine and a plot where the romance is not at the forefront, you're really gonna love this series. I will say this book was more confusing than the first one, and I think that's why it took me more time to read. read. That being said, I love this series and I cannot wait to pick up book number 3. This is so good. Loved it. Then yesterday I picked up The Wolf King. And now listen, this book is my new obsession. I sat down and binge read that book in one day. I don't remember the last time this has happened to me. I just could not put this down, and I feel like it was so readable. It didn't feel like I was forcing myself to read or anything. I just loved every second of it. Think of it as ACOTAR, but in Scotland, and swap the fairies for wolves. This was so good. Like, honestly, I am obsessed with it. And so I had to download The Night Prince, which is a book that we're going to be starting today. I want to get some reading done today. I have a feeling I'm just going to binge read this. That being said, I still have to get my steps in. So right now I am at 3,200 steps. In order to reach the 8,000 steps, I think I'm going to set a timer, read for an hour. And after every hour, I'll give myself like a 10-minute to maybe hop on the walking pad or walk around my apartment, because apparently on average, it takes about 7 minutes to get 1,000 steps in. So I think if I do that for at least a little bit of time, I'll definitely be able to reach my goal of 8,000 steps in a day. I just need to start reading this like right away. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm so excited. Just completed the first hour of reading, and now I am on my walking pad about to hit, I want to say 1,000 steps before I head back into reading. It's now time for dinner. Yes, I've been reading all afternoon, and yes, I am obsessed with my book. It is chef's kiss. So good. Anyway, in terms of my water progress, this is my 4th water bottle. We love that. I have made myself a chicken burger. So this is grilled chicken with tomato, lettuce, a little bit of mayo, and a few fries on the side, which brings me to 99 grams of protein for today. We're almost there. So close. And then in terms of my steps, I'm almost at 7,000 steps for the day, so we only have 1,000 steps to do before we reach our goal. So we're crushing it, and now I'm about to enjoy my dinner while watching some TV.
Murderers be let go. And look at that.
Fun with your face.
I've just hit my 8,000 steps, so now I'm about to finish my last water of the day in bed while reading The Night Prince. Good morning. So I just finished having my breakfast in bed. I had the exact same breakfast as I did yesterday. So a Premier protein shake with oatmeal. And so that puts me at 40 grams of protein for today already, which is great. Day 1 was amazing. I hit my 8,000 steps. I had my gallon of water. I did my workout. I had over 100 grams of protein. I hit every single one of my goals, and I'm really happy that it went as well as it did, because it kind of motivates me to keep going. Obviously, I know that the beginning of a journey is usually where you're at your most motivated, and I don't expect every day to go like that. Now, the plan for today is I'm going to clean up my apartment. I think that not only is it going to be great to refresh my space, but also it's going to allow me to get some steps in without feeling like I'm just walking on a walking pad or like forcing myself to hit a certain step count. So we're going to do that. And then for my workout of the day with the Alive app, it's a mobility day. Now, usually I would do that at home, but I just got a text saying that they're going to plow our parking lot at noon. So what I'm thinking is, instead of just having to move my car back and forth, I'm just going to go to the gym during that time. So I'm going to go do maybe a 30-minute walk on the treadmill and then do my mobility routine at the gym. That way we hit 2 birds with 1 stone, and I just feel like that's going to allow me also to get more steps in than just forcing myself to do like the little walks throughout my day to hit my 8,000 steps. So that's the game plan. Since I'm going to have my lunch later, I'm going to snack on this Quest protein bar before my workout. Back from the gym, everything went really well. I am now at almost 7,000 steps for today, so I'm really happy about that. I also took the opportunity to do a little bit of a grocery store pit stop, because while I do have a pretty well stocked fridge, I was in need of a couple of fresh items specifically, so I figured I would do a quick run at the grocery store. Let me share with you what I have. First, I have potatoes, because I've been eating a lot of fries recently, because sometimes I just want to add a carb to my meal, but I'm kind of of in the mood to switch it up and maybe do some roasted potatoes in the air fryer. So I bought these. We have bananas, cherry tomatoes. I also have a proper tomato because I prefer using that in sandwiches and whatnot. Some bagels because I have been craving a good bagel. I think it's gonna be part of my lunch for today because I'm really in the mood for that. Some yogurt. This is a Liberté Extra Fruit Collection. This one is the black cherry raspberry, which I really like. Has 13 grams of protein per serving, so not bad. I got some tomato soup because I want to make maybe macaroni, and I think this is what my parents use, so I want to do that. I have some sesame oil because I found a recipe for salmon that sounded really good and it uses that, so got that. I have the Renee's Gourmet Cucumber and Dill dip, I guess. This is so good. I use it as a dip, sometimes for my veggies or in salads. Oh, it's incredible. Love this stuff. And I got a few cans of soup as well because they were on sale. And sometimes for lunch, I like, just in the wintertime specifically, a good can of soup with like maybe a sandwich on the side. I don't know. I just was in the mood for that. So we have a vegetable soup, a cream of chicken soup, as well as a chicken noodle. So this is my grocery haul. Now for lunch, I'm going to make the exact same salad that I did yesterday, but we're gonna add in a bagel because I'm in the mood for that. And I think yesterday the salad was great. The protein was amazing and the whole thing was really yummy, but I think I was lacking a carb because I was hungry really early on in the afternoon. So I think adding a bagel might help me stay full for longer. And it's about 2 p.m. so I'm really hungry. I need to make lunch. This looks so good. I'm so excited to eat it. Just wanted to say, this puts me at 96 grams of protein for the day already. I love this.
Lethal weapon and Fargo. End of discussion.
Wrong. Okay, so there's Hitchcock and there's an old hooker.
This is bottle 3 out of 5, so I definitely need to start sipping. I feel like the day is just running away from me. It's already 3:30 p.m. and I feel like I've barely done anything, but that's not true because we've been making great progress with our goals. I am 500 steps away from hitting my 8,000 steps, so that's great. And I'm almost at my protein goal. Now, I want to talk to you about books because last night I finished reading The Night Prince and I'm gagged. I don't know what to tell you. I need the next book. It's such a shame that it's only coming out in September because I need it. I loved The Night Prince so much. Also a 5 stars. It was incredible. Like screaming, crying, throwing up. Oh my God, that ending. Okay, I loved it. Anyway, now it's time for me to pick my next read. And because I'm on a romantasy kick, we're gonna read Quicksilver. Now, this is a reread for me because I've read it last year, but I wanna pick up Brimstone, which is the next book. I do own it. That being said, I don't remember much from Quicksilver. I remember the grand lines, but there's so much of the plot that I've forgotten that I think I need a little refresher before diving into Brimstone. So we're gonna reread it. And now that I have these pretty editions, which I'm obsessed with, I think it's gonna make the reading experience even more fun because the first time I read this, it was on my Kindle, but now I love this cover. So I'm glad that I have a physical copy of it. So we're gonna start this. It's time for a little bit of a pick-me-up, so I have my Diet Coke. So good. It's time for dinner. I've officially hit my 8,000 steps for the day, by the way. Super excited about that. Anyway, tonight I'm making another chicken burger, but this time I'm going to be using breaded chicken. So let me just start by applying some mayonnaise. We're gonna add a few pickles and add some lettuce. So we have our burger, and on the side I'm gonna do a little corn and tomato salad. So here I have some defrosted corn. I have about a 1/4 cup, and I'm gonna add a few grape tomatoes. I'm gonna add a drizzle, honestly almost nothing, of olive oil and some Montreal steak seasoning, and that is our meal. Oh, and that meal, by the way, brings us to 123 grams of protein for today. So for breakfast, we have a bagel, a Premier protein shake, and an Alani energy drink because it's that kind of morning. Good morning. So I just finished my first water of the day and now I am about to hit the gym. So today is a leg day according to the Alive app. Now I'm thinking I might also do a quick walk after my workout because I need to wash my hair today and I don't want to be stuck in a situation where I have to do like a second workout or a walk on the walking pad and then have to take another shower. So if I could get a head start on my steps early on in the day, I won't feel the need or the pressure to do like a long ass workout just to hit my 8,000 steps. So we'll try that. I'm also trying to go to the gym a little bit later than I did last week because last Saturday when I went, I was surprised by how many people there were at 9 o'clock in the morning. I can always try to find swaps in the app for moves that I can't do because like the machines are taken or whatnot. So I might just end up relying on dumbbells only and not like the machines. We'll see. Anyway, enough yapping. And now time for me to go to the gym. That might have been one of the worst ideas I've had in a long time. The crowds were insane. I didn't think there would be that many people on a Saturday morning at the gym, but I guess I was wrong. So I think next week I might try to go in the afternoon to see if it's not as bad then. We'll see. Thankfully, I managed to do all of my moves. I only had to swap one machine for something with dumbbells instead. So not too bad in the end. I managed to do everything that I wanted to, but I swear to God, I've never seen the gym this busy. Well, that's not completely true, but for a Saturday, it's rare that I see it that busy. Now, I did not even manage to hop on the treadmill because like all of the treadmills were taken. So I'm still at less than 2,000 steps for today. So I think I'm gonna do a little bit of walking pad at home. All right, so I just finished my 30-minute walk, which brings me to about 5,000 steps for today. Now, my sister just texted me to ask me if I wanted to hang out this afternoon. So I'm actually gonna hop in the shower, have lunch, and then I'll head over there. That will make it a little bit more difficult for me to track protein because I am going to be having dinner there. So I'll try my best, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to hit my 100 grams of protein. Guess we'll see. But now I desperately need a shower, so we're gonna do that and then make lunch. So for lunch, I'm having some poke. I had some leftover rice, so that was perfect. I also added some Kewpie mayo, some carrots, edamame, mango, cucumber, some French crispy onions, as well as this single pouch poke that I got from Costco. And it sounds so good. It is one of my favorite meals, so I'm excited. That brings my total for today so far at 68 grams of protein. I need to chug this because I am feeling dehydrated as hell, but I am back from my sister's. We played Wii Sport Resort all afternoon and it was so much fun. I had a blast. It's been so long since I've played on the Wii, so it was just great to spend time with my sister while also playing a game. Now, as for dinner, we ordered takeout from Saint-Hubert, which is a rotisserie chicken place, and I had a chicken breast with some fries, some coleslaw, a cup of sauce, and toasted bread. And the first thing before I dive into the macros that I wanted to say is I think I've improved so much when it comes to takeout because I used to eat the entire thing. And regardless of whether or not I was hungry, I would eat the portion that was in front of me. And today I just listened to myself. I didn't have the whole thing. I had maybe like 3/4 of the chicken breast, and then I have maybe not even like the full serving of fries, probably like half of it. I did eat the coleslaw, the bread, and part of the sauce, but like I just feel like I've matured or like progressed in that area. Now, in terms of the macros, based on the information that I could find on their website and how much food I think I've consumed, I'm guesstimating to be at 127 grams of protein for today, which is great. I'm above my protein goal for today. In terms of my water, I still have one more water bottle to go, and as I said before, I need to chug this because I feel dehydrated. I don't know what it is, but I feel like I haven't had enough water, probably because I didn't have a lot of water while I was at my sister's, but I was already like onto my 4th water bottle while I was there, so it wasn't that bad. But now I need to drink this. In terms of my steps, according to my watch, I'm at nearly 10,000 steps for today. Now, I don't know how true that actually is. I'm pretty sure I've hit my 8,000 steps because I checked before when I left to go to my sister's and when I arrived, and I was at about 7,000 steps. So I'm fairly certain I have hit the 8,000 steps goal that I need. That being said, I played a lot of games where I had to like move my arms like this. So I don't know if it has affected like how many steps my watch is counting. Now, I think I'm just gonna go to bed. I'm feeling tired and I just want to read and just cozy up and then go to bed. Water number 5 is now officially done. Good morning. So today is a rest day on the Alive app. So I just had a chill and cozy morning in bed. I had my breakfast, which was a bagel with some of the yogurt that I bought earlier this week, which puts me at 20 grams of protein so far this morning. I am working on my first water of the day, and I've also cracked open an Alani because I need some energy this morning. This one is the sherbet swirl flavor. I absolutely love it, and I just need a little bit of a pick-me-up before I get started on my work for this morning. I just want to work on YouTube for a bit, so that's what I'm going to be doing. And then my game plan for today is just to try to get as many steps in as possible. So I'm thinking probably later on this morning I'll get started with a 30-minute walk, and then we'll see if I need to add in a second walk throughout the day or if the natural steps that I'll be taking will take me to the 8,000 steps mark. But that's kind of the idea. I also want to take some time to read. I'm really enjoying my book, so just want to take today to be a little bit cozy. I do have to do my journaling for today because on the Alive app, yes, it's a rest day, but it's also a journaling day. So I want to take a moment to fulfill the prompt, and then we'll see where the day takes us. So I just wrapped up my walk. I'm now at 4,600 steps for the day, so we're making progress. But now I am starving, so we're gonna make lunch. I saw this picture on Pinterest of a Greek chicken bowl that sounded so yummy. So I'm gonna try to recreate it with what I have at home. I'm gonna cut up some veggies. I also have the chicken from Costco that I'm gonna be warming up. And I think I'm going to top it off with this dip that I got the other day. This is the Renee's cucumber and dill dip, and it's amazing. I love it. And I think it's gonna just make this great lunch. So I'm gonna make that because I need to eat right now. So here's the final result. So we have corn, edamame, some cucumber, some grape tomatoes, the chicken with the Renee's dip. I added a few Cape Cod chips on the side for crunch and a little bit of a carb, and I didn't want to add bread since I've had that this morning, and some guacamole for a healthy fat. All of this is 32 grams of protein. For dessert, I'm having one of these oatmeal chocolate chip cookies that my sister made and gave me yesterday. They are so good. I'm feeling a little hungry, so I'm gonna have another Quest bar as a snack. So for dinner, I'm having this big ass salad in which we have romaine, tomato, cucumber, edamame, corn. Basically the same thing as I had for lunch now that I think about it. But anyway, it's my go-to combo when it comes to salads. I've also added a little bit of crispy onions and some chicken nuggets. I'm trying the ones from Costco today. I think they were like 180 calories for 5 pieces and 18 grams of protein. So that puts my total for today at 104 grams of protein so far. And I'm just gonna enjoy that while watching some Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Good morning. So I am making oatmeal. I'm gonna be adding a sliced up banana to that. Next up, I'm gonna add some peanut butter. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this like that. And then we are doing also a tablespoon of sliced up almonds. I'm gonna mix all of that up together. And that'll be our breakfast with a Premier protein shake for a grand total of 43 grams of protein for this morning. Okay, so I think I'm gonna keep the second half of this protein shake for after my workout. I'm feeling kind of full from breakfast and I don't wanna overdo it before my leg day workout, so we'll keep it as a treat for after. I just got back from the gym, so I'm about to have my Premier protein shake, the rest that I didn't drink this morning. I will say it wasn't my best workout. I feel like the gym was super busy and it's been very on and off. Like there's days, like I went last Monday and it wasn't that bad. So it really depends, and I feel like week to week it changes. But anyway, it wasn't my best workout regardless. I just feel like I was all over the place. The machines that I wanted were not available, so I had to find swaps and I don't know. But I got it done. That's what matters. And I also took the opportunity to do a quick little walk afterwards because I wanted to get a head start on my steps for the day. So I'm currently at 5,495 steps. So we're definitely getting there. Now it is 11:35, so I'm probably gonna have lunch in not too long, but I think right now I'm just gonna chill, relax. I do need to do a load of laundry. I will admit that doing this challenge and just overall moving my body more means that I have to do laundry a lot more because I'm always running out of workout clothes. So may have to place an order in our near future, but it's okay. So for lunch, I'm doing something that might be a little weird. Basically, I mixed in the chicken that I got from Costco with a baby cucumber, some mayo, and some salad seasoning. I don't know why, I was kind of in a mood for a chicken salad kind of deal. So I tried this. I don't even know if it'll be good, but I mean, they're all ingredients that I love. And honestly, that chicken from Costco is a lifesaver. I'll definitely have to stock up. Let me show you, because I don't even know if I shared it earlier, but these are what I got. They are from Fresh Additions. They're fully cooked chicken breast bites. Amazing, honestly, love them. And I also made myself a bagel because that sounded really good right now.
Give me my glasses.
Peralta, give me back my glasses.
I'm on water bottle number 3. I'm reading Quicksilver, and I just cracked open an Alani. This one is the cherry twist flavor, and it was initially my least favorite of the variety pack that I got at Costco, but I'm liking it a lot more now. I'm really warming up to it. I'm struggling. I don't know what's going on with me today, but I feel off. There's some weird energy going on in the air, and it's just making me struggle with everything. Like right now, it's about 5:30. I am starting to think about dinner. I don't know what I want to eat. I have options, that's not the problem, but I feel like I've been eating a lot of the same things recently, which can be great because it removes that decision-making process. Like I know what I'm eating, I know what's in my food, I know how many grams of protein I'm getting in, but it's not even that I'm getting tired of it, but for some reason tonight I just don't want to cook. So I've been considering maybe ordering takeout. I have this place that's called Poulet Rouge that's relatively healthy, I would say, and they have great macros and everything, so I was thinking maybe that could be that. But the thing is, I know I probably would bust, like if I were counting calories, I definitely would bust the calorie budget because the portions tend to be big, and when I order from there, usually I eat the whole thing because it's so good. I don't really know what I want to do. The whole day has been a little bit weird. I woke up and for the first time in 2 weeks, I didn't want to work out. And listen, I've been loving the Begin Again challenge on the Alive app because I don't have to ask myself a question. Like I open the app in the morning, I know what's on the docket, I know whether I have to work out at the gym, I know if it's a leg day or an upper body day, I know if I have to do like a walk or something else. Like I don't even have to think about it, the app just tells me. And for the first time in 2 weeks, I woke up and I was like, oh, I don't feel like it, which is so weird because the other days I was just excited to go to the gym. But for some reason today, I wasn't in the mood. The weather wasn't great either, and I feel like that maybe affected the way that I felt. And then I got to the gym, and as you know, I felt like I didn't have the greatest workout today, and I've been struggling with my water. Like I'm on my 4th water bottle, so that's not too bad. I am making progress, and like even with my steps, I am definitely making way. I'm at 6,000, nearly 7,000 steps. But now that I'm faced with making a decision, I feel for some reason like I don't know, I just feel all over the place today. Even though it may not have looked like it, I've been definitely feeling off. And I'm glad that I pushed through and I did the thing, but I'm feeling, I don't know, weird. And I kind of wanted to share because I figured that I may not be the only one. And also sometimes you see someone's highlight reel, like this video, I've been focusing on what I've been doing to be healthy and whatnot, but you don't necessarily see the behind the scenes of how I'm feeling inside of my head. And it's not a great place to be, so don't recommend. And now I'm no closer to deciding on what I want to have for dinner. I think tonight I'm going to go for a low effort because that's kind of the way I'm feeling today. I may end up just doing an another salad because I've been loving those. In the end, I decided to be reasonable and made myself another salad with the chicken nuggets that I got at Costco. This brings me to over 100 grams of protein for today. I have finished both my book and my water, so now it's time for me to go to bed. Good morning. Today is also a struggle. I'm not gonna lie. I woke up like very early this morning because it was so windy outside and it woke me up and I couldn't fall back asleep. After that, I kicked my butt into gear, went to the gym. For some reason, I was not feeling my workout today. I'm not sure what's been going on the last few days, but like workouts have been difficult. And usually I love a good upper body day, especially when it's a push day. And that was exactly what was going on today, but I just wasn't feeling it. Like I was at the gym and I was struggling getting the weights up and I was like, what's happening to me? Like this is the same weights that I typically use. So I'm not sure what's happening there. I still went on a little walk after, like I hopped on the treadmill and walked a bit. So I am doing well when it comes to my steps. I'm at 5,473 steps for today. I'm on my second water bottle and I have also already eaten like 50 something grams of protein for today. So for breakfast, I had a bagel with a Premier protein shake. And as a post-workout snack, I had a Quest bar. So I'm doing well, but for some reason, it's a struggle mentally. I did wash my hair, so I feel a little bit better, but yeah, I'm not really sure what's happening today and also why I'm still in the same weird mood as I was in yesterday. But oh well, what can you do? Now, I think I'm just gonna enjoy the rest of my day and relax. So I'm gonna be reading. Last night I did finish reading Quicksilver by Callie Hart and this reread slapped. I'm so glad that I decided to do this because I had forgotten so much about this and I think diving into Brimstone would have been very confusing given how little I remembered of this plot. But yeah, this time around, I really enjoyed my time. I did the first time too, but I think I'm elevating my rating from a 4.5 stars to a 5-star read because this was so freaking good. I think the first time I read this, I struggled with the beginning because I felt like it was a lot of world building and very info dumpy. And I don't know if it's because lately I've been in a great romantasy mood or if it's because I kind of knew what I was getting myself into with this one, but it didn't feel as, I don't know, rough to start the book. Like I just flew through the first 30% and I've just really enjoyed my reread experience as a whole. So now I am excited to dive into Brimstone, which is a book that we're going to be starting today. Are we getting dual perspectives in this book? I am sat. For lunch, I'm having yet another salad because I need to eat all of my lettuce before it goes bad. And I'm also obsessed with this combo. So it's time for dinner and I'll admit that I want to order takeout again. I know I shouldn't. I'm going to try to be reasonable and not do that. So instead, I was thinking of making these chicken burgers that I have here, as well as some potatoes on the side. And that'll be your meal. Simple yet tasty. With all of that, I think I'm gonna be at 90 something grams of protein for today. So I'm falling a little short on our protein goal. So I'll have to figure out how I can get to 100. But for now, I think that'll do. I'm also behind on my water goal. I'm currently, I think, not even through my third water. So today's a bit of a struggle, not gonna lie. You know what? This looks insanely good. I'm hyped. For dessert, I'm gonna be eating this Greek yogurt, which will put me over 100 grams of protein for today. Good morning. So I'm currently packing because I am headed to my parents for a few days. My mom is getting eye surgery today and I offered to drive her back and forth. And since my parents live an hour and a half to 2 hours away from where I live, I just thought that I would spend a few days there. And it's been a few weeks since I've seen them anyway, so that'll just be a great opportunity to spend time with them. So now I need to pack. I'll admit that being at my parents make the whole challenge a little bit harder. Thankfully, today is day 7. It's the last day. So I will try my best. In terms of the steps, that's where I'm struggling a little bit so far. I'm not even 1,000 steps in for today, so I am not sure how that'll work, but I think I can maybe go on a walk in the afternoon or in the evening because my parents have a nice walking area, or I could do a walking workout. So we'll see based on the vibes when I get there, but I think we'll make it work. And in terms of the protein, that's where I might be struggling the most because I will not necessarily be bringing the food that I have here. So I will have to rely on what my parents have. That being said, I think I'm gonna bring in like a Premier protein shake, some Quest bars, things like that to just make sure that I'm getting my 100 grams of protein. We're not off to a great start, that said. I think I had maybe 10 grams of protein with my breakfast. I had oatmeal with like a banana and peanut butter and whatnot, but I didn't feel like drinking the Premier protein shake, so I think I'll bring it with me on my drive there and I can drink that while I'm driving just to make sure that I'm getting my protein in because I feel really behind already. But now I need to stop yapping, start packing because I feel like the time ran away from me this morning. I curled my hair and it took way longer than I thought, and I wanted to leave at 10. It's currently 10. So I'm gonna pack and then we're probably gonna leave at around 10:30. I'm missing about 3,000 steps before I hit my step count for today, so I decided to go on a little outdoor walk. I think it's going to help me with the fresh air. I have a little bit of a headache going on, so this is nice. It's snowing a little bit, but I don't do this very often at my own place, so I love that there's a great space to walk around my parents' house, so I am pumped. Hi, so I know I didn't record as much as I wanted to today, but I thought I would come in and do a little bit of a final recap of today, especially being the last day of this challenge. So I will say today has been a little bit more chaotic than I wanted it to be. I thought I woke up early. I told myself I would have time to get ready and pack, but it ended up taking me a lot longer than I thought it would. For some reason, my hair took me forever. Anyway, I'm not even going to get into that. And then I packed really quickly. I think I did it efficiently as well. And then I got on the road. And that part, honestly, I wish I could erase it because that was not a great drive. Let's just say that. I was driving behind a truck at some point. I got onto the highway to go to my parents' place, and there was this huge van in front of me, and a sheet of ice came off of its roof and almost hit my car. And my mirror on the driver's side, it came out of its box. So I tried to fix it, but now I will have to go and get it checked out. So that sucks. And because of that, I was bawling on the highway. I kid you not. I was crying because I thought I was going to die. Honestly, I thought it was going to impale me and I was going to die on the road. And that was really anxiety inducing. And then I've had a few issues with my car in the last 2 years, and it's just been not great. I have to deal with stuff all the time, and I'm just sometimes it's my fault and that's fine, but this time it wasn't. And I panicked, full on panicked on the highway. So it took me longer also to get to my parents' place because of that. Anyway, so after that, everything went well with my mom's surgery. And so the rest of the day was okay, but I just felt that created unnecessary stress. And yeah, I had a headache halfway through the day. I just felt like I wasn't really doing great, but thankfully I managed to still get my 100 grams of protein, and I am now at 8,500 steps. I've definitely done everything else that I had to do for today. It's just the water that I'm now behind on. This is water number 4, so I definitely have to keep chugging, but it's only 8 o'clock, so I think I will probably finish this before taking my shower, and I'll go get unready, and then we'll chug the last water bottle before going to bed, and that'll be it for this challenge. Thankfully, it's the last day, and I'm glad that I stuck it out because I knew that there was a chance that I would not be able to keep up with everything given the fact that I wasn't always in my environment and I wasn't always in control. But I feel like I still made the best that I could out of this despite the few things that I had not planned. But you know what? I'm proud of myself. I showed up for myself every day. I stuck it out, and I couldn't be happier with the outcome. That regardless of what we see on the scale tomorrow, I think I'll be happy with the choices that I've made. And yes, I could definitely improve on certain things, but I feel like overall I did my best, and I'm really glad that it went as well as it did. I'll do a proper recap tomorrow with how much weight I lost and if I lost any and just how I feel and everything. But I kind of wanted to come on here on day 7 and just give you guys my final thoughts before we wrap this up. So I will see you in the morning for the final recap. It's time for the final recap. So this week, my weight went down by 0.8 pounds. Honestly, this is the best outcome I could have hoped for. I think it's just a great way for me to kickstart this weight loss journey without going for crazy numbers. And I think having a maybe slower weight loss is going to make it more sustainable than losing a bunch of weight really fast, because I'm sure I'm going to gain it back if I do it like that. So honestly, I'm very impressed and excited to see this number on the scale. Now, let's take it task by task and see what went right, what I could have done better, and what my plan is moving forward. So for the workout part, I feel like completing the Begin Again challenge on the Alive app has been by far the easiest task on my list for this week. It's something that at this point has become kind of a reflex. I wake up in the morning, see what I have to do on the app, and I just do it. I don't even have to ask myself the question. And I feel like that is why it's working for me right now, because I think if I were to ask myself like, oh, do I feel like working out? Then that's probably when I would start to not work out. And the fact that this is a challenge is giving me the structure that I need right now to just get my butt moving. So I do appreciate that about it, and I'm enjoying the workouts immensely. Now, for the 8,000 steps a day part, that was definitely challenging, and I knew it was going to be the case because I'm the kind of person who, if I've done a workout in the morning, for instance, I'm not going to move my butt for the rest of the day because in my head I'm like, oh, I've done my exercise. But in reality, it's not the case. I need to continue moving my body. And so I like the fact that it was challenging, but not overwhelming. Yes, 8,000 steps was a little bit of a stretch, but I did make it work every day. Yes, there were nights where I ended up pacing around my apartment because I was missing maybe 1,000 steps to reach my goal, but I still made it work. Now, moving forward, will I always reach for 8,000 steps a day? Maybe not. Maybe I'll try to settle for 6,000 to 8,000 steps. I feel like giving myself a range might make this a little bit more flexible and realistic, but I do like the idea of increasing my step count, whether that's through doing like walks on the treadmill after my workout, which I started doing, or doing a walking pad moment, or going for an outdoor walk. So I do like the fact that I found ways to diversify the way that I'm getting my steps in. It doesn't feel as much of a chore, but I will probably give myself a little bit more flexibility instead of always aiming for 8,000. Though that's kind of my goal. 8,000 I think is a good realistic goal. For the water, I will say this was a lot more challenging than I thought it would be. I've been struggling with my water intake recently, and so I was expecting it to be a bit of a challenge, but I wasn't expecting to struggle with it as much as I did. There are several nights where I had to chug my 5th water of the day like before going to bed, and I know that's not necessarily the best way of getting my water in, so I need to make it more of a habit to get it gradually throughout the day. I will still be aiming for 5 water bottles a day, I think, moving forward, but I might not be as pushy when it comes to finishing that 5th water bottle. I think I would be happy for now to just drink at least 4, and if I can finish a 5th, that's great, but if not, it's not the end of the world. For the diet part, I have been super impressed with how easy for me it's been to get the 100 grams of protein in. I think the fact that I have good staples in my kitchen that I know I can rely on, like the Costco chicken or the chicken nuggets or the Premier protein shakes or even some protein bars, I just feel like that overall has made it easier for me to get my 100 grams of protein in a day. I think at the same time, doing this, instead of focusing on calories, focusing on protein has kind of led me to make healthier choices regardless. I was kind of curious and I calculated what a deficit would look like for me if I were to do a calorie deficit. It says that I should be eating about 2,000 calories a day if I want to be in a deficit. Like my maintenance would be about 2,500. And so I checked how many calories I actually consumed throughout the week because I wasn't counting calories, but I was using an app to track my food. I use Noom, by the way. This is what I've used when I started my weight loss journey, so I just kept on paying for it. But now it says that this week I've consumed on average about 2,000 calories a day. So even though I wasn't aiming to get there, I definitely still managed to be on a calorie deficit. So I think I'm going to continue just tracking my protein moving forward. It's another thing where I might give myself a little bit more flexibility. Like I would love to get at least 100 grams of protein a day, but if there's a day where I am at 96 grams and I'm only missing 4 grams, I'm not going to eat just to get to 100. But I do like the idea of having a protein goal instead of having a calorie goal. I just feel like it makes it a little bit less restrictive for me, and I just enjoy the experience more when I do it like that. So I will probably keep doing that moving forward. And now, with the whole challenge being done, I just want to keep going with these habits. Obviously, it's not something that I wanted to do for 7 days and be done with. I feel like I've established a strong foundation so that I can keep on moving forward and keep on adding and just keep on having fun with it. And so far, I'm just really excited to continue this journey. I feel like I'm already feeling happier and better and just healthier, both physically and mentally. I feel like I have more energy. Yes, I've had a lot of struggles this week. I feel especially in the second half of the week, like the first 4 days were solid, but then I had a few unexpected curves happening. But I'm proud of myself because I stuck it out. I showed up every day, even when it wasn't easy. And I'm just really happy with the way that I've been doing this. Like honestly, past me would have given up the moment like I had to go to my sister's on Saturday. But you know what? I didn't, and I kept up with it. And I'm just really happy with everything. Like the fact that I, even on low energy day, I still got my steps in, I still focused on my protein, on my water, and got everything done. I'm proud of myself because I don't think I would have done that in the past. And the fact that now I'm willing to do this for myself just shows that I've evolved and I'm ready to make changes for good. So I will definitely keep on documenting this journey. If this is something that you guys are interested in, make sure to subscribe. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon in a new video. Bye!